Georgia man is demanding answers after his brother died in state custody. Jonathan Mitchell was serving 15 years for aggravated assault in Macon State Prison. His family says they were left in the dark about how he was beaten and hospitalized, and they were unable to say goodbye.
Well, Fariha Abrar did talk to Jonathan's older brother Mitchell, who says the way he learned about Jonathan's death makes this tragedy even worse.
I don't know. I don't understand how everything happened, how we got where we are now.
Michael Mitchell served in the military, in law enforcement, and in correctional facilities. But now he's grappling with the brutal death of his brother, Jonathan, who spent 11 years at Macon State Prison for aggravated assault.
At the end of the day, no matter what he did, whether it be aggravated assault, fleeing, eluding, or even if he had been in prison for murder, state had a mandate to make sure that he was safe.
But Mitchell says that didn't happen.
Because if you care, you get made fun of, basically. Why do you care about prisoners? They're prisoners. You know, they're here for breaking the law.
On Wednesday, January 2nd, Mitchell got a call from a private investigator hired to find Jonathan's next of kin. The reason? He needed someone to sign off on organ donations.
He informed me that when he called me, that he did not know that the hospital had already pulled the plug. He thought that the hospital was still keeping Jonathan's body going for organ donation. So when he called the hospital back, he would have known that he wouldn't have done it the way he did.
Mitchell says he made several calls, including to the prison warden and Atrium Health Navicent, to find out what landed his brother at the hospital. He says the warden eventually told him Jonathan was attacked by his cellmate in a segregation unit, similar to solitary confinement. Doctors declared him brain dead at the hospital on Tuesday, January 21st. But Mitchell says no one contacted him until it was too late to make decisions or even say goodbye.
I was in shock.
Mitchell questions if and why Jonathan had a cellmate, when he was supposed to be in solitary confinement, and how soon he was treated.
There had been an officer there. Would he still be alive? Would medical care had gotten rendered enough, fast enough to where he'd still be alive?
Frustrated in his grief, Michael says the state prison system and hospital failed his brother.
Not only has the justice system failed him by violating his Eighth Amendment rights, for cruel and unusual punishment. I just want to know why and how we got where we are. The government is supposed to protect the people.
Reporting in Central Georgia, Fariha Abrar, 13 WMAZ News.
Well, the Georgia Department of Corrections tells us in a statement, quote, the GDC made several attempts to contact inmate Mitchell's next of kin on record. However, those attempts were unsuccessful. They also say decisions about his medical care and life support were made by doctors, not by the prison system. You can read their full statement on 13WMAZ.com.